All right, we are live. What is good, everybody? Hope you are all doing awesome. Happy Friday. Thinking about Rebecca Black singing Friday all those years ago. It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Anyone remember that? You won, your NFL team won. Oh, I don't even follow NFL, but that's hype, dude. All right, I think we're good. Everything looks good, sounds good, guys. We're ready to dive in. Let me just turn this down a wee bit. And let's do it, man. We're going for the Gnawbie. We are going for the boy Gnawbie. What's up, Soros? How are you, man? Thanks so much for tuning in today. Oh, I guess I can close this button. I got my Flammamoth. Let's go do some Gnawbie shenanigans and see if we can get it. Because this is the Steam save file. So, that was crazy back in the day. Rebecca Black, it actually was, dude. Actually, it was so crazy. All right, so I gotta get my empowerment up. Let's beat up some funglos here. See how we can do. Let's go for the big eruption. We'll just beat him up, get our empowerment going. Oh, that didn't even knock him out. He doesn't follow NFL because the Jets are... No, he said NHL. Oh, your NFL team. Oh, your NFL team. Oh. For some reason, I read NHL. I am a Jets fan, and it is brutal, Soares. You're so right. You're so right. It is legitimately, like, the worst thing known to man. Barry Cushman in the house. What's good, though, Barry? How are you today? How is the team progressing? Any new functionality they finished you can talk about? Let me think. So, it's been a little bit slow moving the last few weeks, but not in terms of, like, them working on it, but in terms of so much of our efforts for the last, like, you know, the 6 weeks or so leading up to Kickstarter were to prepare for Kickstarter, right? And then the preparation from there switched to... Okay, we prepared for Kickstarter, now we gotta make the pre-alpha, right? So, like, that was kind of the focus. So, what ended up changing at this point now is now the team is going back through the code base, and they're making updates to the code base to basically future-proof everything. So, like, one of the things that we're about to start working on is, like, controller support. We worked on a couple move animations. We've been continuing to work on sprites. We're going back and finishing all the Ascension lines. So, any Alestrals that have Ascension lines, we're finishing those first. And then we're moving to all the Nexus lines for sprites. So that's kind of like the priority from the sprite side. And then from a development side, like I said, it's a lot of cleaning up the code base, getting things ready for the long term. And there is some functionality being added in. I'm trying to think of if I can talk about it, though. Let me think. Well, let me think about the best way to explain it if I do decide to talk about it. What's up, rookie? Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. You know, the functionality of, like, the Alestrals in the wild charging after you, there's some stuff that we're working on that allows even more interactivity in the overworld before you get into a clash with another Alestral that will allow you to kind of have a more dynamic experience in the overworld. So that's one of the things we're working on as well. So that's a good way to kind of describe things, I think, is a fair way to do it. So, oh man, it's pretty hype, isn't it, Chris? What's good, man? Love the world's update. Let's go. What's up, Splashclaw? How are you today? What's up, Barry? Thank you so much. Terror Dragon in the house. What's going on, man? Love the name. Love the commitment. All right, I haven't seen a single Gnawbie, so we got to find those Gnawbies. Where you at, Gnawbie? Oh, there's one. Nice. First one. Here we go. Get the party started with the boy. Chain of Stars. He's gonna walk me. And we'll Chain of Stars. Get our chain started here. The filter mode, things get fuzzy. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be all sorts of stuff being updated and fixes and stuff. So, again, any hiccups or anything like that, just know that there's plenty of time for them to work on stuff. So, yeah. Thank you, Roro, for the love. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see here. So I have Ash Rabbit, I have Crisbor, but I need to... I think one of the things that I could do... Well, one, let's go heal, and then I think I need to put Sluggle on my team. Is probably a good bet, because he can help us here with the empowerment side of things. Let's talk to you and heal. What deck is winning tomorrow? Ooh, what deck is winning tomorrow? That's a great question. I think tomorrow will be... Let's put Flammamoth in the front. And speed up some Gloombats. tomorrow. 1,000 packs and a mega giveaway. What are you doing to us? Yeah, so listen, we were getting pretty close to hitting the big 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. Obviously, we slipped a little bit, but I do think it's very much so in our reach to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. So we got a little goal going on, and I thought it'd be fun if we hit that. I will do 1,000 pack opening on stream. We're gonna open 1,000 packs, and then I'm gonna give away a ton of the stuff that I open as part of that opening to the channel. Like, I'll just be giving away stuff. A bunch of people gonna get stuff that day. It's gonna be a blast. So I thought that was kind of a fun thing for us to do, and I think it'll be really hype. So if you're not a subscriber on Twitch, you should totally subscribe. That's where I'm coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Soares. I appreciate that. What deck is winning tomorrow, though? That is a good question. What deck is gonna win tomorrow? Oh man. I think it's going to be Krakatuga. Krakatuga. Is this on Nintendo Switch? No, but it is coming to Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's gonna be coming over to Nintendo Switch. Have you thought about the potential of casters having stats, maybe elemental attunement? So that is something that we have discussed. I'll be honest with you. We did discuss how the caster themselves can play in. We have kind of prioritized, though, the other aspects of things like the spirit cores, which is slightly different. But we've been prioritizing some other aspects as opposed to focusing so much on the casters. But one of the things that we are looking at is potentially having kind of exactly what you're talking about is, you know, a slight buff to the Alestrals that, well, actually the spirit cores of the element that you are. So like a good example of this is like if you're an earth caster, any Alestrals in your party that have earth spirit cores would receive a slight buff to those spirit cores, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean it's specific to the element or anything like that, but it's specific to the core of the Alestral that's on your team, which I think is going to create some really interesting stuff. Hey, Platty Mantis, what's going on, Platty? Let's get you on the blessing board for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I explain the Stellar Hunting mechanic? Yeah, so this is just one of the things that we're working on, but basically you chain the Alestral by using an empowerment called Chain of Stars. Every time you get a chain moving, you are going to advance your chain, and you can unlock these nodes, which give you basically increased odds or frequency or whatever it may be. So, Seaberry Cushman with the 5 gifties, getting us that much closer to the goal. Thank you very much, Seaberry Cushman. Let me add you to the blessing board here. It's not letting me copy your name. I don't know why. It's being very annoying. Come on, Twitch chat. Work for me. There we go. All right, we got Seaberry Cushman. We're going to throw you on the Immortal board as well. The new marble cards are sick. They are so good, dude. The spirits. Chef's kiss, man. All right, there's a Gnawbie for us. Perfect. Let's get it. And Chain of Stars. He does big damage. All right, you'll see our odds move down to 1 in 4073. Obviously got a little bit of work in front of us here, but there's a Gloombat coming after me, and I got to battle him. Thank you very much for the gifties, though. Mike Lowry coming through, getting on the blessing board as well. Thank you very much. Let's go. Let's go, Flammamoth. Flammamoth, always a safe bet. Being awesome. Mike Lowry in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Seaberry Cushman getting it going. Let's see if we can get a hype train going. What's up, King Spaz? How are you today, man? All right, let's do this. Swap you around. Saw the email about Shattered Stars. When are we learning more about how it's changing? It'll probably be a few months, to be honest, before we communicate exactly how it's changing. But you won't get charged on the first. So you don't have to worry about it. And once there's an update, we'll give it to you. But basically, we're just restructuring how we approach it a little bit to create a product that we think is going to be better for people. And it's nothing to worry about. It's going to still be awesome. So, hey, Wolfo's pretty hype, right? All right, let's put Sluggle in the front. See if we can find a Gnawbie anywhere. And we'll get our first node. Yeah, my son, he's doing okay. He's still under the weather. He is on a steroid Just because, again, he struggles with breathing when he gets sick a lot of the times. But he's going to be okay. He's a little emotional right now, a little moody. Which, to be honest, I don't blame him. I would be too, so. All right, let's see if we can Chain of Stars this guy. Slice, we should live that, no problem. And Chain of Stars the Gnawbie, that'll get us down, and we get our first node. Give me something good, please. Alestral's Terror Dragon coming through. What do we got? All right, we got a 15% encounter chance with the Linked Alestral. That feels like it's probably worth it, considering that this thing is kind of rare. We don't have any tall grass that we need to run into, so Wandering Star's Gambit isn't terrible either. Thank you again, Terror Dragon. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna add you to the blessing board for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's tough. It's either Guide Star or Wandering Star's Gambit. I do think Guide Star is probably better. I'm thinking that, you know, we shouldn't really have to go in the tall grass, so Gambit does feel good, but we can always get that later. I'm gonna go with the Guide Star. That feels like a good play. So, let's do that. All right, I do need to go back and heal, though, unfortunately, because we aren't very strong. Oh, Alex, that's no fun, man. All right, let's go over this way. And let's talk to you. Cool, and put you in the front. And I just gotta get my empowerment back up. I'm trapped. All right, we got rid of that guy. Thank you again, Terror, for the love, man. Appreciate it. All right, there's Moss Station. Let's go beat him up. Hey, Terror, that's so kind of you, man. I appreciate that, dude. We're just trying to make an awesome game, so I appreciate you supporting that, homie. All right, guy at Bash. And then we will Eruption. Boom. All right, we got our empowerment. Let's go find a Knobby. Let's go find a Knobby. All right, put Slug on the front. You think I'm gonna get a Stellar in the meantime? What's up, Empathy, King Spaz? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Let's find a Knobby. Where y'all at? Kind of surprised he's not here. Kind of surprised. So hype for Worlds. I don't have a local community. Would joining the Premier Tournament be a bad idea? No, I think it's a great idea, man. Honestly, I feel like our community is so wonderful. Like, getting involved in general is a win, and I mean, you got to be realistic with how you perform and just understand that, you know, there are going to be people that are pretty competitive. But one thing I really like about Swiss tournaments, Seth, in my opinion, is that, you know, as you go through the tournament, you're going to get matched against people who have the same record as you, right? So, like, for example, if you lose your first 2 games or whatever, you're going to face off against someone who also lost their first 2 games. I think what a lot of people do, and this is a big mistake in my opinion, as someone who used to compete in card games myself, one mistake that I think a lot of people do is they drop out of the tournament when they realize, okay, I can't win this tournament or whatever it may be. And I think that's a mistake. And the reason why I think it's a mistake is because you're losing that experience, man. It's really valuable, in my opinion, to get as much experience as you can in the context of a tournament like that, because, you know, there's nerves, there's other factors that come into play, and I think a lot of people kind of don't value that as much as I think that they should. So anyway, my recommendation is certainly at a newer entry point in the game, you can certainly compete. We've definitely had people compete who are newer to the game. I would just recommend playing as many rounds as you can, because that experience is going to prove to be really valuable, especially as you work your way, you know, you work your way through the tournament, and you face off against more people, and you just kind of get that experience over time. So that would just be my recommendation, is just don't be afraid to get your games in, and you know, don't take your performance too seriously in that regard. Like, if you're a newer player or something, and you know, you're not like super adept or whatever, like that's okay, you know? You don't have to think that you got to win the whole thing. So all right, is there a Gnawbie? No. Experience is key. I really feel like it is. I really feel like getting that experience is super important. So all right, let's see if we can get another Knobby somewhere. There he is. There's my guy. So PreAlpha was for, I think it was elevated casters and above it was. I think that's what it was. See you at Worlds. I'm 25 points off with Tour Store Regional, so I'm guaranteed to qualify. Let's get it. I'm excited to see you there, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's up, DV8? And it's in your backyard, so it's like, you know, you could always do the LCQ if you had to. You know. DV8 in the house. BackerKit is still coming, by the way. I apologize for the delay in getting it all set up. I thought it was going to be a little faster than it has been. But it's coming, so nothing to worry about. And everything is in motion, too, to, like, get things ordered. So we shouldn't see any crazy delays or anything. You're getting a spectator ticket for Worlds? Yeah, honestly, one of our big focuses going into it is to create a great experience for people who are coming to spectate, too. You know, this event is more than just competing at the highest level. Like, we really want to make it something that's fun for anyone who's interested in the Lestrals. Do I meta slave and play Lockagon, or do I stay true to my Lunar Coast? Oh, definitely play what you feel most comfortable with. I would definitely play Lunar then. Yeah, I think that a lot of Lestrals players would agree that being comfortable with the deck you're using is as important as any other factor, really, to be honest. And we see that with guys like Y Rebellion, who have done incredibly well utilizing decks that, you know, maybe other people wouldn't have used. Hermes being another, you know, the good example, and Y Rebellion won, I think, 2 events ago. You know, their familiarity with the Hermes deck is what allowed them in a lot of ways to find the success that they found in that tournament. And, you know, I don't know if people think that the Hermes deck is the best deck, but because of how good they were at using it and how comfortable they were in the various scenarios of gameplay utilizing it, it gave them an opportunity to win. You know, so much of card games is understanding your win condition, it's called. You know, understanding what are the pathways that you can do at any given moment to win a game. And the more familiar you are with your deck, the better off. So, okay, we got... So Starsight is useless. Dying Wish is if anything would cause the Stellar Chain to break. Dying Wish is good because it saves you. Cosmic Shepherd is pretty good though, but we can't defeat a non-linked. If we defeat a non-linked Alestral, we OHKO our active Alestral, which is kind of bad. So I think we got to do Dying Wish for now. Double Gnawbies, we got to dodge those. You're getting married later today. Oh my goodness. What's the best marriage advice that you could give? Oh, that's tough. Best marriage advice. Oh man, let me think. Let me try to give some good advice. I think some good advice is that I think a lot of people look at like a marriage as like a 50-50, but I think the most opportunity for success is if each person looks at it as like a 60-40 or a 70-30, right? Like if you're willing to give more than you expect to get back, then it's likely that the opposite will be reciprocated and you'll end up both being happy. I think that's some good advice. Your wife is always right. That was what I was gonna say. That was what I was gonna say. Because that's good advice too. I gotta get to this Knobby. Got him. Chain of Stars. Just wishlisted on Steam. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, my wife and I are actually about to hit 10 years of marriage this summer, which is pretty wild, dude. And honestly, what the coolest part is I think she would agree that, you know, our relationship is better now than ever before. And that's, I think, really cool. Especially, you know, I feel like in a day and age, I've seen many friends and people that I know, like, already get divorced. I'm 34. So to, like, see people, you know, nothing personal, obviously, live your life. But it's, you know, it's pretty wild to see that. So to feel even more in love and more, you know, appreciative of my wife now than ever before is a great place to be, you know? So it's a good feeling, man. I'll say that. Definitely a good feeling. Hey, Zenrith, what's going on? Yeah, beta. Yeah. So we added beta onto that, which is pretty hype, so. All right, let's see. Let's crosswind you. Beat up the little P-Gust. Hey, Matthew, I'd love to hear that, man. Thanks for sharing. And thanks for the wish list there, Typical. Don't forget to wish list, guys. If you haven't wish listed yet, what are you doing? You can wish list Alestral's Awaken on Steam. And we do have a goal on our Twitch stream right now to see if we can work our way back up to the big 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a pretty big hurdle, but I think we can do it. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're feeling nice and you want to become a subscriber, an aDrive Army member to support the stream and the dream, you can do that. You can also use your Twitch Prime sub to do that without spending anything. Why give Bezos the money, you know? And don't forget, becoming a subscriber to the channel today puts you on our blessing board, which gives you a chance to win the Gnawbie Champion of aDrive card at the end of the stream. And if you give 5 subs or more, then you actually get a chance, or you put yourself on the Immortal board. And the Immortal board, you get a chance to win the Net of aDrive. So some really cool promo cards that I like to give away to you guys. I just went to the post office this morning and shipped a bunch of them. Hey, Corvidus, you just got done with the Mega Dimensions DLC and your Stellar Hunting is already so much more fun. Oh, man, I have a lot of feelings. Hey, good for you, Seth. Hey, that's great, Terror. I love it. Thank you, Zenrin. He's gonna be all right. A girl I've been hanging out with got me into Alestral's. Video game looks great. Oh, man, I love to hear that. A couple that plays Alestral's stays together, so that's the rule, I think, or something. That's the saying. A couple that plays Alestral's TCG together stays together. What's up, though, Prog? Welcome. All right, give me something good. I need a good buff. Ooh, these aren't bad. Hold on. Ooh. Banestar feels good. Chain of Stars also always good. I think we take Banestar. Well, Super Insane, your wife is a gamer, man. I tell you what. She throws down. I've had some good clashes against her, that's for sure. Hey, KG, what's good, man? Yes. We are 235 subs away from getting there, and I know we can do it, so. All right, so Banestar gives me a buff for everything we knocked out. Seth Flame coming through with the Prime Ape. Wait, Seth coming over to the Twitch to help us out. Seth was over on YouTube and was like, yo, I'm gonna help you out on Twitch. Don't you worry. Thank you, man. Seth Flame coming through. All right, let's build up our, Flammamoth's slow, dude. She's upset over the 3 clash she hasn't secured your divine. She got Shady's first try, though. Yeah, Shady needed a little bit of extra help on his His deck. We gotta go back and tweak that deck of his. Once he gets his Lovato, though, I feel like it's game over. That Lovato's gonna be crazy. So, I normally watch on YouTube, but my Twitch Prime just came off cooldown. Let's get it. I appreciate you doing that. Alright, I don't want to fight the Gnawbies because I won't be able to chain them right now. So I gotta go beat some other stuff up. We'll go beat up a Dougie. Dougie! That's what Dougie sounds like, if anyone's wondering. Dougie! Oh, I just lost 50% of my health. Derp. The main star coming in. Alright, let's beat up a Boombat, too. Boombat. Oh, I got the plushie right here. Hold up. Look at it. I just got the sample in. Stellar Lovato plushie. Name a better duo. I'm just saying. Name a better duo, chat. Wonderful. Hey, what's up, Aram? How's it going? Not the high voltage. Alright, Eruption. Oh, he's gonna get me out. Waka! Seaberry Cushman giving out a sub to RM. Thank you very much, Seaberry Cushman. I like that it like updates us on how close we are too to hitting the goal. So 767 from that one. As we climb our way to hit the goal. All right, there's gotta be a Knobby somewhere. There he is. All right, Sluggle, get him. Get him, Sluggle. All right, and we're down to 40-25, chat. There's a goal. Yeah, we got a little sub goal going on. All right, let's get the bunny in the front. See if I can work up a new chain. Flare slap. Damage. What? Soft skeletons? How are you? Oh my goodness. And Crimson Spawn with the 5 gifties. Wow, 11 years. Soft skeletons. I hope you are just doing so wonderful right now. It is honestly a pleasure to see your name in the chat. What's going on? Oh my goodness, it's been like a year plus. I suppose that's my fault though for not streaming. Welcome back. That is wonderful. It's always so great to see some of the OGs or people that I haven't seen in a while. Crimson Spawn, thank you for the 5 gifties, man. I got you on the blessing and the immortal board. And thank you, Caitlin. Soft skeletons throwing down. Wow. And that was how long? 11 years of sub love, guys. 11 years of subscription hype for Soft Skeletons. I'd been lurking for a while. Hey, well, thank you so much for tuning back in. I hope you and your family have just a great holiday coming up. That's why. 11 years. Jeez. You saw me date my wife, get a puppy, get engaged, get married, have 2 kids, start a card game. Oh man, peak on YouTube and here I am. Other way around though, peak on YouTube, start a card game, fall off, make a comeback. We're doing it. So, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. I love my little stellar bunny here. This is a good one that I hunted for. I'm glad that I got that one. All right, let's beat up the Edward. The Dougward. Sorry, Dougward. Dougward? Douglas? Which one, chat? Hey, what's up, Jammin'? How are you, man? What's up, Polka Jammin'? Alright, we gotta get a couple more points here. We'll flare slap you. That's some damage, dude. Alright, we'll hit him with the Gnaw. Gnaw. right. Now let's go do our Gnawbie. The marathon was so fire. Took me back. Oh yeah, it was good times. I had a great time with the marathon. aDrive never left us. I mean it. I didn't totally vanish, right? I took a little break, but we back. I feel like we're back better than ever too, to be honest. I'm still trying to find my, my vibes on YouTube right now in terms of the video content. I'm experimenting right now. I plan on using the next like few months to experiment a little bit. Oh, I miscounted. We're actually at 12. How wonderful. All right, what do we got? Flickering Star. We get a 1.5 stellar rarity bonus with Curse Star. All party members start each battle with a random status condition in the last 5 turns. I mean, the Curse Star feels like it's not a bad idea. Flickering, I don't really feel like Flickering is that good. Because Curse Star is going to give me... It's going to make it so this is 12 instead of 8 every time I beat something up. I don't know, the status is a little annoying, but I feel like I'm just going to go for it. It seems like a good bet. I think I do have to go. Actually, we could probably beat some stuff up. There's the Gnawbies. We can't fight those, though. So we got to leave. Let's go beat these guys up. What happens if you skip? Nothing. You just don't get anything for that round. That's all. Not a big deal. I'll beat you up too, Gloombat. 6 out of 10. I will crosswind. Get a little bit more, and then I will eruption. All right, we got our empowerment up. Let's go beat up another Gnawbie. Trying to run from the Twindra over here. Okay, let's go Volt Tempest. Hey, Gawain, what's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for tuning in today, dude. All right, Knobby, there's my little guy. What's been my favorite part about developing the game? Oh, honestly, I think it's this, right? Like, being able to just, roam around and play has been incredible. And we're so early on. But, man, oh, man, it's just a really cool vibe to be able to kind of play and just, enjoy it and know that this is the thing that I get to work on. I really enjoy doing the story stuff. I've been working a lot on the story. One of my favorite things, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. One of my favorite things when I first started creating Alestrals was seeing the card arts come together, the first ever card arts, and I still get joy over that, right? That's still something that excites me. But we've made 1,000+ card arts. I'm not gonna pretend like it's exactly the same now, right? Our artists have gotten so good and so talented. I just know that the end product is going to be amazing every time now. But with this, seeing every sprite come together gives me a lot of feelings of when I first started Alestrals too, where, I would see these card arts. And when I say new card arts, I mean those card arts of the first ever Alestrals were new creatures too, right? So it was kind of a different vibe. So now getting to see them come together in the RPG as sprites, pixel sprite, I just love it, dude, because I just love the art style. I spent so much time with my team trying to nail down the art style for this game, dude. Because I honestly didn't even know what I wanted. I was trying to figure it out, and it was really hard to nail it down because, it's complicated. Trying to get a style that isn't so far off the beaten path that people can look at it and be like, oh, that reminds me of this, this, or this, but still keep it unique can be challenging. But I feel like we nailed it, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like our art style is phenomenal. I'm so excited about just the visuals of the game. I think it looks incredible. So that makes me really happy. Ralph, thank you so much for your Prime sub, man. Appreciate that. The primate from Ralph. No, 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 don't attack me. I have things to do. So. Yeah, it is considered 2.5D is a good way to look at it. So. All right. Chipping away. I think that's 14. Well, I could be wrong. I'll put you in the front. I'll battle you. Yeah, 2.5D. We can't really call it HD2D because that's trademarked. 2.5D. Console version. Yeah, we had a call this morning. One of the things that we're going to start working on next is the controller support. So, yeah. Controller support. What's up, Saber? How are you, man? Zarya! Hey, thank you for your Prime sub. What's good, Zarya? That's so kind of you. Thank you for your support to the channel. Hey, PokeJam doing big things there. Got that ASMR drive, I know. I know. Alright, we'll crosswind. He's gonna crosswind me, but we're living because we're ballers. And then we're gonna eruption. Hey, Tuna! What's going on? Alright, let's get Voltempest in the front. And then let's go get another chain link. Excited it's Friday. Nice, nice. It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Hey, Hendron, I'm so glad you're giving us a shot, though. All right, what do we got? Okay, so Curse Star, Jump Start. Ooh, Jump Start's kind of nice. I think I'm taking Jump Start. It saves a lot of time. Jump Start saves a lot of time. It really does. I'm gonna go heal. Where's the guitar, bro? You know, it's funny. I've been actually, for the first time in many years, I've been kicking around the idea of picking up my guitar again. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to, but I've certainly thought about it. My daughter started taking singing lessons, and it's kind of made me think about it a little bit more. Alright, Eruption. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I feel like, you know, I think about a lot of things that I do, and you know, if I were to pick up the guitar again, I feel like it would be something that I would do just kind of for me in a way, you know, which is very unique because a lot of the things that I do, like, I pretty much spend my entire, you know, I don't really have any hobbies is what I'm saying, right? Like, all I do is I focus on the projects that I'm working on for my, you know, my work. Obviously, I'm fortunate to have my work also be the things that I really enjoy, right? So that helps, but there is a difference. There is a slight difference. You know, so there's obviously pressure that comes with creating a game and the expectations and wanting to make sure I'm delivering a good product. And the music side of things, when I think about it, you know, there's no pressure there, right? And there's you know, it'd really just be me kind of just playing kind of in my room. And I think that there's certainly some appeal to that. So certainly some appeal to that. I love that the little bunny just hops. Look at him. Hop, little bunny. Hop, hop, hop. Hey, what's up, fan? How's it going? Shin in the house. What's going on, Shin? And it looks like we're about 25 subs away from 800 on our big sub goal. Appreciate all y'all throwing down with your Prime subs and the gifties. We got Barry Cushman as our #1 gift sub giver of the week. Legendary status. All right, let's beat up this Gloom Bat real quick. Didn't your old band open for Bon Jovi? Actually true, yeah. So my old band did open for Bon Jovi. I played on Van's Warped Tour when I was younger. I did quite a bit of things, actually. Yeah. I did a lot of things with the music. But I want to be honest and transparent about it. You know, a lot of the success I had in music, I was a hard worker, but it was certainly the people around me that were really talented. You know, I wasn't gonna do those things as a solo artist, that's for sure. What was my band's name? I played in a few. Show Me the Skyline was one of the most popular ones. I played in a band called The Best Week Ever. That one was the one that opened up for Bon Jovi. I played in a band called Paper Hearts, which almost got signed to MySpace. We were in the MySpace Records competition, and we came in top 5, which is pretty cool. So that was a long time ago. So yeah, kind of a cool history. Cool little history there. Long time ago, though. MySpace mentioned, dude. Polymarket didn't have that, did they? Nobody predicted that. Alright, Flare Slap you. Your millennial senses are tingling. Yeah, it was so crazy. So I was in Nashville over the last week. That's why I didn't stream for a couple days. I went to Nashville, and I just went for, you know, personal, nothing crazy. But I had never been to Nashville before, and I didn't spend a ton of time in the city of Nashville. It was brief, but one thing that was crazy. Oh my gosh, King Spaz with the 5 gifties, man. King Spaz coming through, getting on the blessing board and the immortal board. I got you. Thank you very much, King Spaz. Helping us get even closer to our sub goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. King Spaz with the 5 gifties. If you got a gifted sub from King Spaz, make sure you say, hey, thanks. So anyway, I went to Nashville, walked down Broadway, and I had never been. And obviously I knew that Nashville, you know, this is a place where people go to play music and you know, bands go. And I remember actually one of the bands I was in, the lead singer left the band to go to Nashville to try to make a career. But one of the things that stuck out to me that was crazy is, you know, and it really puts it into perspective, is we were walking down, you know, downtown Broadway in Nashville, and every one of these bar restaurants, which has like a famous singer's name on it, basically, right? You got Jason Aldean's Rooftop Bar and Jelly Rolls Bar and Grill and you know, whatever. But every one of these places has a band in it playing pretty much, right? So much so that as you're walking past them, you can hear them like almost fighting. Like they probably can't hear each other, but like you hear multiple bands playing as you're just walking down the street. But the craziest thing is, man, you look into these clubs and like a lot of these places, at least, now granted this was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, they were empty. People were playing to really not that many people or nobody. And it's got to be so hard, like, to do that, because I feel like you're doing it with the hope that, like, someone influential walks in and sees you or something like that. It's just a really crazy situation. I just hope for those people they're able to find what they're looking for. That's tough, man. That's a tough grind. That's a tough grind. So, but it is really cool to see all the music, you know, and talented people too, which was one of the other things. Like, not that I thought that they wouldn't be, but you know, just walking by, I'm listening to these people, and most of it is cover music, people playing cover music, and I'm like, wow, that sounds like as good as the original, man. Like, that person sounds like they're really good, you know. I distinctly remember this one band that had a female singer, and she sounded phenomenal, right? I was like, wow, that's really good. Like, they're really good. So. Nashville is basically the only place with bars and live music. Yeah, I mean, around here, like, if you go to certain restaurants, you know, they'll have someone come in and play guitar or whatever, you know. Every once in a while, you'll get you know, Friday night, they'll have an acoustic guitar or something playing. But nothing like that. And it makes sense, right? Because, you know, just the percentage of people that are there to play music and try to get their name out there. Oh, Hellmelt. We got to go for Hellmelt at some point, guys. That's a fun one. You know, the percentage of people that are there to try to make it in music, your best shot at making it is you just got to be in as many places as possible, playing wherever you can. I walked to downtown Franklin, which is a town that's a little south of Nashville. I spend more time in Franklin than I did Nashville, to be honest. And there were people playing music there too, violinists and stuff on the street. So you loved Nashville when you went? Yeah, it was really fun. I would definitely go back. So it was cool. Do the stellar base odds need an increase? We're definitely going to make it rarer. Yeah, we're definitely going to make stellars rarer. If anything, honestly, I'm going to be totally real with you guys. After playing Legends ZA, all I want to do is make stellars even rarer. That's all I want to do. I just want to make them rarer. The other day, when we streamed, guys, and we got 22 shinies in 2.5 hours in Legends ZA, all that made me want to do is make them even rarer in my game. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And I understand the counterpoint of, like, I'm an adult. I don't have all day to stellar hunt or shiny hunt or whatever it may be. You know, I just want to get the sparkly guys and whatever. And I get that. And I totally get that. But I feel like we're looking at it the wrong way, okay? It shouldn't be that you need to spend all day to get, or rather, hold on. The expectation should not be that you're going to get 20 or 15 or 5 of these rare things. Your cumulative effort over a day or multiple days or whatever time you have will net you 1, maybe 2, right? And then those become special. When you have the ability to get essentially infinite of this thing that's supposed to be rare, then it's not rare anymore, man. It's just not. It's not. Like, if you're playing through a game and you're trying to get a stellar, I'll use the example of Illustrals, and you're trying to get a stellar, I don't think, like, the normal occurrence. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna have enough to be able to do the Gnawbie, I don't think. I gotta go back and heal. I don't think the normal occurrence should be that you can have a box full of shinies or stellars just by playing through the game. But I don't know. I feel like you should have one, maybe 2, unless you are actively putting a ton of effort into trying to get them. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I just feel like we've gone just the total opposite direction. So. Oh, yeah, I've heard great things about Mount Juliet, actually, Chris. Yeah, it's been weird. I don't know if my Voltempest is going to outspeed. What I could do, though, is I could actually grab... Here, let's do this. I can grab Sundial, I think, and put him on the party, and I think he should be able to use an empowerment here. I think he can do it. Massive frame drop. Oh man, here we go again. We're lagging again. What's going on with that? Yeah, we're lagging hard right now. This happened a couple times now. I gotta call Comcast, dude. I feel like this is the 3rd time this has happened to me in the last whatchamacallit? Yeah, I don't want any of those. This is like the 3rd time it's happened to me since I came back to streaming. Let's see if it fixes itself. Very strange, dude. I don't know what's going on. Since I came back to streaming, there's been 3 separate times where, like, my stream just totally got cooked. And then I start lagging, and I don't know why that's happening. And now we're doing it again, and, like, I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix it. I think I'm just, like, stuck here. Like, I'm trying to do my stream grind, and I can't. It's very frustrating. I pay a lot of money for, like, business internet. And if I go do a speed test right now, it's going to tell me my speed is really bad. I'll see if it fixes itself, but I apologize for the lag, guys. I'm not really sure what I can do about it. Come on. Very frustrating. At least audio is good. Yeah, but I want the video to be good too, you know? And what's weird too is, like I said, it doesn't seem as though there's like anything I can really do about it, because like I reset my router and stuff the last time, and I did all these different things, and like it seems like it's just kind of totally random. This is like the third time it's happened to me. But then yesterday I streamed totally fine. The day before that I streamed totally fine. I started the stream today and it was totally fine. So I don't know. It seems like it's hanging in there a little bit. It's not totally tanking to 0. So I'm probably just gonna rock with it. But yeah, we went from like no drop frames to like, you know, quite a few of those. Alright, we're getting our chain moving here. It is starting to speed up a little bit, which is nice. Oh, I think it just went back to normal. I think we're good. It went back up to 6,000, which is where it's supposed to be, and it seems to be okay now. So maybe it's fixed, guys. Yeah, maybe it fixed itself. I don't know, very weird. I probably should still call them because this has been happening a little too much. Do you think your current weather? I mean, it is really rainy. Oh, it just happened again. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I don't think it's my computer, man. I really think it's the internet because what happens is if I go do a speed test, like if I were to end the stream right now and do a speed test, it's going to show my upload speed is completely trashed. So that tells me it's not my computer. Yeah, we are getting some heavy rain right now. But like I said, this has happened a few times now. All right. Ooh, another jump start. I kind of like the idea of another jump start. I think I'm going to get rid of Dying Wish for the jump start. Cursed Star is cool. Jumpstart is nice. No, I don't have fiber. They don't offer it here. Jumpstart is definitely nice. I'm gonna get rid of Cursed Star, I think, for Jumpstart. That's gonna make it just like we can go a little faster. Because now we get 6 EP every time we start. But yeah, we don't have fiber around here. It's kind of dumb. Alright, let's keep it rocking. I do have to go heal after this one, though. But that brings me down to 37.24. Yeah, we're lagging in general, man. It's a bit of a struggle right now. But like I said, I'm not really sure what to do about it. Like, I can end the stream and try to get it fixed, but I don't know. There's not much I can do outside of just wait and hope it fixes itself, or end the stream and then hope I can stream again after. But like I said, nothing I think is gonna help me fix anything. So I really wanted to stream. Like I had like my whole afternoon like planned out to stream. I could restart my router and try. It seems like I might have to. Very frustrating. Hey, what's up, Sir Furry? How's it going, man? Bunch of Gnawbies. Hey, Sir Furry coming through with the 5 gifties. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 5 gift memberships over on YouTube. I'm gonna add you to the blessing board. Hooking it up. I don't think call-in's gonna make any difference. They're not gonna fix anything now. Yeah, I might have to pause the stream and just like restart it, guys. See if I can get it to fix itself. Let me get one more Knobby here, and then I think I'm gonna restart. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty bummed about it, but hopefully it only takes, 5 minutes or so, and I can be back. But yeah, it's very, very laggy. Very laggy. I just want to play my game. I just want to enjoy my game. Let's do this. I know, Philip's been holding it down on YouTube, man. MVP on the YouTube side, no doubt. All right, is that a chain? Oh, it is. Okay, so we're actually at 27. All right, so we got Banestar back, another Banestar. And then we got Healing Surge, which is kind of cool. A second Banestar isn't bad. I mean, we don't really have, like, super good stuff here, though. I think we're just kind of going slow with it. I mean, the jump start has been nice. I think I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of the other thing I had. I guess I'll take another Banestar, and we'll just go with that. That gets us minus 16 every time we knock something out. It's going good, just a little bummed about my internet stuff, so I think I am gonna have to restart the stream, guys, because we're having some technical issues right now, and I don't know how to fix it. I think I'm gonna have to pause the stream, unplug my router, let it all boot back up again, see if that fixes it, and then I'll come back to the stream. So I'm gonna keep the game open. We're gonna keep the chain going. I should be back in 5-10 minutes, so just kind of hang tight with me, guys. And I think I'm gonna restart right now and see if I can get this to be fixed. So just hang tight. I'll be right back. Going again. Oi, oi, oi. So fun. I just love technology. I love technology. It's so fun when it works. It's so fun when it works, because it doesn't work a lot of the time. And then I just have nothing that works. Hopefully it's working again. Let me know if it's working, chat. Let me know. Oh, man. Let me know. Hopefully we're good. I think we are good. That was just really annoying. But we should be back. So let's do it. Can only be upset for so long. The show must go on. Alright, let's beat up some P-Gusts. Did anyone hang around with me? Hey, listen, I'm gonna vibe either way. I want to get my stellar Gnawbie today, so hopefully you guys hung around or you'll tune back in. Apologies for the hiccups. Hopefully that's the end of it, because that was not fun. All right, we should have a new empowerment once we get started. Okay, let me go over here and do this. Okay. Looks like we're good. Okay, let's find another Gnawbie. There's the boy. Let's get it. Hold on, what happened? There we go. Alright, do this. Okay. Alright, that's another one down. Uh-oh. Oh, Gloombat. Okay, whew. I wasn't paying attention. Accidentally got into a clash with the Gloombat, but we should be alright. Because I only need to get 4. That's good damage. Hit him again. That's good there. Alright. And that'll get us to my next empowerment. So now I gotta find another Gnawbie. He's waiting for me over here. And that's gonna give me to 29. Ooh, big damage. Alright, so we got him down to 36-48. So we're chipping away. We are chipping away. All right, let's get Ash Rabbit in the front. And let's go heal probably, or at least beat some things up. How strong is Sluggle? Sluggle's good. Sluggle is good. All right, let me go over here. Gonna beat up some Dougies though. Is Twitch chat working? Let me close and reopen, I guess. Twitch chat, you guys there? YouTube chat, you guys there? Anyone here? Did my restarting of the stream, was it all in vain? Everyone left me? I think so, man. I think I got left. Got left on red. Go this way. And big number 30 here. Hey, what's up, Pino? How's it going, man? All right, this should get me to 30. And we'll see what our next buff is gonna be. Hey, there we go. What's up, Fortunes? What do we got? Bane Star, Healing Surge, and Farsight. Yeah, you know what? I got 2 Bane Stars. I think I'm gonna grab another one, maybe. That gives me minus 24. Everything I knock out. Maybe you get rid of Dying Star or Dying Wish. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Dying Wish. And we're gonna grab another Bane Star. That means everything I knock out gives me plus 24. Which is pretty good. Honestly, one of the best things you could probably do is just go beat up a bunch of stuff. That might be the play. That might actually just be the play. What's up, NZ? How's it going, man? Yeah, we're back. You know what's crazy? I didn't even do anything. I restarted my router. I ran some speed tests. I kept doing those same things. Nothing changed, and everything started working again. So I have no idea. I think I'm gonna chalk this one up as a random occurrence due to weather. But if it is indeed not a random occurrence due to weather, then if it happens again, then I gotta call the internet people. I don't want to call the internet people right away because it's very annoying to deal with them. What's up, Zenrin? Thank you for tuning back in. It is very annoying to deal with the internet people. I'm sure you guys have experienced that. The internet people are very annoying. Let's heal. And then let me go over here, and I just wanted to post a short. What's up, Shin? We're still doing it. I want my Gnawbie. Okay, let's go over here. I got a new short for Sluggle. All right, let's put it in this playlist. Put that there and make it public. All right, so I just healed. We're good there. All right. Go beat up this little Dougie. So we're getting 24 every time we knock something out, which is pretty strong, like pretty good. And we'll keep chipping away at our chain as well. But it should go a good amount faster now that we've got the Bane Star working for us. All right, on our way to another Knobby. All right, this puts us at 31 for the boy. You had to call PayPal 3 times last month, and in the end, they didn't help you. That sounds about right. All right, so we're at 1 in 35.06, so we've knocked off quite a bit, making some progress. I can't fight the Knobbies, though. So let's go this way. And let's fight you. Nice. Is anyone here on the YouTube side? I don't know if my chat's not working or what. Here, I'll close it and reopen it, I guess. Pop out chat, wrong button, close that. Pop out chat. Lurkin, what's good, man? Oh, yeah, chat wasn't working, actually. That's crazy. All right, now I see YouTube chat. Oh, NZ, that's crazy, man. Now I see the YouTube chat. It just wasn't working, guys. We're good now. We're good. All right, let's go get another Knobby. I gotta use Voltempest, actually. I keep doing that. Come here, little guy. 32. All right, 34.55. Came back to stream an hour later and now no lag. Yeah. Sorry about the lag, man. I had to restart everything. It was only about 20 minutes, but yeah. Fair nonetheless. Eruption. $300 gone because I said they can't do anything. Ouch. Yeah, man, that's tough. And you know what's crazy is, like, the scams have gotten better and better, dude. Like, internet scams just keep getting better. It's crazy. Is there a way to increase spawn chance? Yeah, actually, one of the buffs that I'm using increases my spawn chance. Hey, what's up, Philip? I'm back, baby. Yes, I am. I am indeed back. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about the issues there. Okay, Lone Voyager is nice, but we cannot do that with what we have. Star Speed is kind of spicy, I'm not gonna lie. Star Speed is kind of nice, but I don't think... Ooh, Star Speed feels like it's worth, dude. But, like, I don't know what I get rid of. Why did subs go down? Man, it happens. It's because I must have streamed, like, exactly a month ago at this time. And people, like, gifted subs, I guess. That's tough, actually. Lone Voyager is kind of hype, but it's not worth it. Although, there's an argument to be made that I could speed this up quite a bit if I go into the wilds and I just beat things up with Lone Voyager and one guy in my party. I'm going to do minus 44 everything I knock out. I have 3,500. So what's 3,500 minus 44? Or divided by 44, rather. I have to knock out about 80 things to bring my odds all the way down. Is that faster than anything else I could do? I feel like that kind of is, actually. I'm going to get rid of my Jumpstart, and I'm going to do Lone Voyager. Oh, no, that's that's chaining only. Oh, that's terrible, actually. Okay, then I think we go Star Speed. Oh, that was actually really annoying. I kind of messed up. I thought I was doing great, but I guess I'm not actually chaining the Alestral when I'm doing the Bane Stars, so that's not really good. I guess I'm gonna take the Lone Voyager. No, I think I'm gonna take the Star Speed. That was just a mistake, honestly, is what I just did. I messed up. Big mistake. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? So now what we're gonna do is we have to go here, and then basically it's just gonna take us a little longer now. Actually, the opposite, because I have to heal now, and I'm not getting the fast buffs. It's all right. We're still gonna get minus 24 every time I knock something out, so it's not the end of the world, but it's just annoying. Let's go beat up this Pegas too. I want to hunt the Pegas at some point. I've actually been debating on if I want to hunt everything. Like if I just want to try to see if I can get the whole kaboom, all of it, get it all stellar. But that's a grind. I know some people have been messing with that in Discord, which is intense. Good for them. I don't know if anyone's managed to do it, all of them, but it's certainly pretty wild. What's wild, I think it's crazy. If I had combined all the save files that I've had so far, I'd actually be pretty close, though. I had gotten a lot, but we were messing with odds and stuff, so things changed. But yeah, the subs did go down a little bit. It's all good, though. Let's put Sluggle in the front. Let's go find a Gnawbie. We're gonna keep our chain going, but it is, like I said, gonna just be a little slower. All right, 34. But we're down to 3,300. What's up, Mad Matt? When will this be when will this be out? So we're currently in pre-alpha right now. You can late pledge the Kickstarter to get access to BackerKit, and then in BackerKit there will be some opportunities to upgrade to get late alpha of that tier. Otherwise, you're probably waiting for either beta or alpha. ZA Deception, what? Beating up the Dougies. Come here, Dougward. Nice. What did little Dougie do to me? Nothing, man. All right, let's go Sluggle. Let's go get another Gnawbie. Give me your little guy. Boom. Okay. If I get another Bane Star, I feel like we just beat up things in the overworld. Anyone have any fun weekend plans coming up? I've got some holiday stuff on Sunday. My daughter has basketball practice in the morning. I may try to do some sort of a stream of sorts. Not sure. Well, the bunny got knocked out after all that. Boom bat. He's faster. Just finished the last of work for my classes, killed the fun over both. Let's get it, man. Good for you. Love to hear it. All right, let's go do another Knobby. We're gonna get another boon. See if we can get something good since I've kind of messed up mine so far. Chain of Stars. All right. Hey, what's up, Bubber? Thanks, man. All right, what do we got? Healing Nova, Flickering Star. None of these are very good for me. Yeah, we're skipping this, I think. Bummer. Oh no. Gloombat and Fun Guide are attacking me. My team's kind of weakened, actually. Ow. How are you faster? It feels like a lie. That feels like a lie. Let's go heal. And we'll get the bunny in the front. Actually, we can use the moth. That's some good damage. Boom. Got him. Yeah, exclamation point, I think wishlist if you want a wishlist on Steam. We've been killing it on the wishlist, which has been really cool. Yeah, the Voltempest was stellar locked, yes. There won't be cell locks in the final game, but this one is. Yeah, we never did the stellar sprite sheet for it. Nice. Big eruption. How many stellars do you have so far, Spaz? Love the music, man. Full team of stellar. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I definitely want to do that. What's up, Meerkat? How's it going, man? I definitely want to do a full stellar team. All right, 37 on our chain. We're getting close, almost under 3,000. So we're getting there. It's been a little bit of a grind this time around. Haven't had like the fastest kind of situation. I made some mistakes. I got rid of some stuff I should have kept that was speeding things along for us, but we'll be all right. Is anyone competing in tomorrow's premiere? Definitely excited for that. Right, we're up to 8. Rabbit very strong. Look how strong that is. Doing big damage. Nice. Alright, this gets me to 38, I think. And we're almost at under 3,000. 3,005. So, we're getting it. We're doing it. I gotta keep an eye out, though, because our odds are not terrible. You never know. We have enough Gnawbies popping in that we could just get a random one. Generally, I've had to go all the way to the max odds to get the Stellar, but it's always possible that you get a little sooner than that. Alright, let's get rid of the boom bat. Ah, he knocked me out. Womp womp. You weren't supposed to do that, boom bat. It's rude. Hey, what's up? Nia96, what's going on? The game is awesome. Can't wait for what's in alpha till I'll stellar hunt in pre-alpha. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. That's so hype. I'm enjoying it too. I'm very excited. We got a lot of things cooking though. We got a little while to go before pre-alpha, but it's gonna be so cool when we get there. Got some great ideas. All right, let's see if I get a new boon here, because I could definitely use one. All right, what do we got? Nothing really that good. Yeah, I mean, flickering star is kind of cool, but honestly, none of these are good. Yeah, Clash is in kind of a tricky spot right now. I do think that we're gonna probably have an announcement in January about kind of some of the plans for it to, you know, improve some of those challenges. So I feel you, and I apologize that it's not where it should be at this point. It's a complicated situation, and I wish I could go in and fix it myself. So, but we're working on it. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. Just clicking away here. All right, do I have an empowerment yet? Not yet. All right, Eruption, my favorite move to use in the pre-alpha because it one-shots everything. Kind of. Pretty close. I would say pretty close. One-shots many of the things. Let's go fight this boom bat. Yeah, that would be honestly awesome if we had like a bot, and that's all part of the plans, right? That's all part of the plans. All right, let's go get another chain link. All right, chain of stars. All right, 2807. All right. It is locked in pre-alpha, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is my understanding that the team did fix like the Elichick Stellar and stuff. Can anyone confirm that? Like if you have an Elichick Stellar, it should show as Stellar now. I believe they did fix that. Elichick is a 1% Stellar, so he's pretty rare. He's pretty rare. Alright, take out of my station. Astrava goes down to 1. I'm gonna heal anyway. I'll beat up the P-Gus though first. Oh yeah, you confirmed the Cryo Scorch Sprite is fixed, but haven't gotten Elichick yet. Okay. Different Alestrals have different stellar rates. So when you're chaining, they do. So there's a standard stellar rate for everything, but when you're chaining like I am, you can get different rates on stuff. All right. What do I want to do? I guess I'll just go back and do a chain. I did come all the way over here to heal, but. So currently my odds to get Gnawbie are like 1 in 2,800 or so. So because I'm chaining the Gnawbie, as I continue to chain it, my odds are getting better, and I'm using various things to increase my odds. So we're down to 2708. And then every 3 chain links, I'm getting a bonus, which is allowing me to speed up the process a little bit. Usually flights into Vegas are relatively inexpensive, but I guess it just depends. But I can understand if you live not in the USA that it may be a little intense to get there. Do I think grass odds should be different from roaming? Probably not going to separate those. But I think we're going to make it so like the... Well, one, I think we're going to take out that they respawn every... Oh, I did the wrong thing. That they respawn every like encounter. So that's part of the thing right now is like because the spawn pool respawns every time you enter a room or re-encounter and stuff like that. You're seeing a lot more than you normally would. So I think that's part of it. But I think we're gonna make the odds a lot higher anyway, so. Yeah, Elichick is a 1% spawn, correct. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm talking about, like, them in the spawn table. In the spawn table. So, like, some encounters pop up more frequently than others. So, like, Flammamoth, the Stellar that I have, it's a 1% counter. So, it's a very rare encounter. So, yeah, certain Alestrals will be rarer just from the perspective of, like, finding them in the first place, yeah. Vegas is extremely expensive. Yeah, my understanding, I always was kind of under the impression, I've never been to Vegas, but I was always under the impression that it was easy to get to Vegas because there's so many flights coming in and out of there, and generally, like, it's not that expensive to fly in because they want you to spend money when you're there, kind of a thing. But I don't know if that's the case. I can't speak to that right now about legendaries. You're gonna have to kind of wait and see. Yeah, I don't wanna speak to that just yet. All right, 42. All right, 2,500 almost. Give me a good one. I got another Bane Star. Oh man, I think I'm just, honestly, it's like really tempting to just take the Bane Star, have 4 Bane Stars, and just fight random things for a while. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I think that's the play. That gives me plus 32 every time I knock something out. I honestly think that's actually the play right now. Because I'm so far away from, like, having a good setup for my chaining stuff. Like, we could just increase the odds by, you know, 32 every time I beat a Dougie. Although I have a 40% chance that I lose half my health, so that's the downside. So we got to stay close to the healer guy, but... What if the Dougie become endangered? I mean, he's probably endangered as it is. Have you seen him? That doesn't look like something that exists in abundance. And if it does, that's a problem. Goofy little guy. Oh, you got Stellar Sorlet? Nice. That's a good one. Get over here, Nimbug. Boom. Wrecking everything. Ooh, a Sprouter. I feel like if I do an Earth Celestial, it's gonna be so much faster than anything else. I guess I'll beat up another Sprouter. Live it on 6, man. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching this and you have not wish listed Alestral's Awaken on Steam, you should totally do so. It's free to wish list. It actually helps out a ton. It helps us get better rankings on Steam, and my goal is to hit 200,000 wish lists before the game releases. That is like a personal goal that I'm setting for myself and our community. That's a crazy amount of wish lists, man. 200,000 wish lists is nuts. But if you think about it, if you actually think about it, we're already at about 17,000 wish lists, and we're getting like a couple hundred a day right now. Like, I think yesterday we got like almost 350 wish lists. So like, we're getting wish lists. And if you figure if we get 300 wish lists for 700 days, which is how we got about 700 days, the math's there, you know? The math is there. You know, we could get to 200,000. But we need your help. So you gotta wish list us. It's just go, you know, Illustral's Awaken on Steam. It's free, yeah, it is free. You know, it's like there's no reason not to, so it is free. You don't even, it's like not even, it's non-committal. It's just a free thing to do. But it's really crazy, like the fact that 200,000 wish list is something that I think that we could hit, and that's what I'm working towards. I'm really gonna try really hard to hit that number because I think it would be a sick milestone for us, and I think it would put the game in a position to certainly succeed. It's exciting. Very exciting. Beating up all the Dougies, all the bats. I love the Flammamoth. It looks so good. I don't want to fight the Twindra. That's gonna be too strong. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. I am gonna get another Gnawbie though, just to check on where my status is here. But we definitely beat up a bunch of stuff, so our numbers should be better now. Let's see. Number 43. Let's see where we're at. We are at 2134. Nice. Love to see that. 2134, guys. Making some big progress. Big progress. 2134. I'm going to beat you up while I'm here. Let's go. I guess I'll just scratch it. Scratch again. Nice. Is there a way to get into the pre-alpha still at all or no? So the only way to get the pre-alpha is you'd have to become an elevated caster or above on Kickstarter, and that's not available right now. There are going to be a limited number of those slots available when we open up BackerKit soon. The only way to get access to BackerKit, though, is to back the Kickstarter. So you could, in theory, back the Kickstarter right now as a late pledge, and then when BackerKit opens up, you could upgrade your pledge to be able to get access to pre-alpha and play it, you know, right away. That would be the only like way to totally do it. So just add a wish list. Thank you, Alex. That's very awesome of you. Appreciate your wish listing, man. That's at least 2 wish lists that we just got. That is correct. There are limited spots for pre-alpha and above. Yes, that is correct. So it's not guaranteed, like I said. How are you, Crimson? I do think that some people will upgrade too when we get to BackerKit, just because they've seen how cool it is. Almost under 2,000. Could you get a second game code as BackerKit as well, or just the one code? There will be an add-on to get a second one, yeah. Yeah, my son's doing okay. He's still under the weather, definitely showing it. He's pretty grumpy. So, any sneak peeks on the ban list update? I posted emojis on Twitter, man. I posted my emojis. What are the odds of Stellars? This is the pre-alpha, so they're 1 in 4,000 approximately. Probably gonna make them a little rarer than that, but my odds are just about 1 in 2,000 right now because I'm chaining. So I've been working my odds up. It says in the tiers you can start with one of 2 different stellar. Less was like a mystery gift. It'll be probably a code that you'll download, Corvitus, if you have that tier. Like, we'll email a code to those people. But yeah, sneak peeks in the ban list. Bro, I posted my emojis. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? Good old ban list, baby. Yeah, so early next year, you're going to be able to do BackerKit most likely. I don't think we're going to get it in for the holiday just because it's the holiday. That's a lot going on for people. But yeah, BackerKit's going to come out. You'll be able to, you know, put in your shipping info if you have physical stuff. Alpha will be over, like, you know, second half of next year. And then beta will be the following year. Can these creatures evolve? In Elestrals, they ascend. And yes, they can ascend. So instead of evolving, they ascend. They turn into stronger forms. I'll see if I can show you an example of that. No plans of cross-player saves. Let's see here. So, do I have any ascensions? Do I have a mudlet? I don't have a mudlet. Oh, I can show you mudlet though. Hold on. So if you actually look up on this hill up here, there's that little pig, and then there's the big boar in the back. So that's mudlet and Criseboar. So those are ascensions of each other. Like mudlet ascends into Criseboar, so yeah. This little piggy. Eruption. Yeah, unfortunately no plans of cross saves. We're really minimizing some of the online connectivity stuff just to reduce, you know, potential issues and allowing us to focus on scope. So. Oh no! You took me out. Alright, we'll high voltage you. Do we have a set date for BackerKits? We don't. I was just mentioning that, Inferno. I think now it's probably going to be the very beginning of the year. I think, like, it's probably unlikely we'll have it out for the end of this year at this point, just because of the timing. Like, we might be able to, but I'm not sure that's, like, the best thing is to, like, throw it on people over the holiday. So, or maybe it's the perfect time to do it because everyone's home. I'm not really sure which, but I'll discuss with my team. I know we were in the final stages of the setup and stuff. It took a little while. There was some things we had to deal with. So part of the problem is that, you know, BackerKit is its own service. You have to pay for BackerKit. It's not like a free thing. So we needed the campaign to close, first of all. Then we needed to negotiate with BackerKit on what it was going to cost to use their service, because they want to take a percentage of things. You know, they want to get paid whatever, right? So I had to negotiate that with them, and that took a little bit of time because I was able to negotiate something that was ultimately worth the time. Like, we got a pretty good opportunity with them because we've used them and stuff before. But we still had to take that time to do that. And then, whatchamacallit? And then it's the setup, and the setup in the back end is just a lot of stuff you got to do. So fainting other Elestrals increases the stellar rate of the one you chose. Yes, but only because I'm using power-ups that allow for that. That's not normally the case. Like, it's not normally that you just fight things and they just increase your chances. It's only if you, like, I have these, we're calling them boons or nodes or celestial gifts is the term we're technically using in the game. I have 4 celestial gifts right now that are giving me -8 increased odds every time I beat something that's not part of the chain. So it's giving me, you know, -32 every time I beat, you know, a mudlet, for example. So. Did the stream die? Yeah, I had to restart the stream. I was having some technical issues about 45 minutes ago. I had to restart the stream. My internet was not working the way it should have worked. So. I do think for the final game, I will probably tweak this part of the mechanic, though. I feel like while it's kind of cool to be able to increase your chain by beating things that are not part of your chain, I definitely don't think that that should be the most effective thing. All right, we're down to 1,600. Oh, your sub ran out. Oh, no. All right, what do we got? Lone Voyager. We can't do any of these. These are all terrible. Yeah, these are all bad. I should have stopped and explained more Super Creo for you, but that was the Celestial Gift, that screen right there. So basically that screen allowed me to pick one of 3 random gifts every chain of 3 that I get. You can stack up to 5 gifts together. Some of the gifts work really well together. If you're able to get a bunch of the right ones together, it can be really advantageous. And you can get to a point where you're able to gain hundreds and hundreds of points towards your chain every time you make another chain link. I kind of have like a bad setup right now, if I'm being honest, where, you know, I'm able to increase my odds, but it's only by beating other things. So like the fastest way at this point for me to do this is legitimately just beat up Dougies. So that's what we're doing. So hey, Corvidus giving out a sub to Caveman. Thank you very much for that. Let me add you to the blessing board for the day. Thank you very much, Lord Corvidus. Very nice. I have to remind myself, they surprised you with Celestial Gifts. You had no input on them. I had no input on them. It was all done by the programming team as like a surprise. It was a sweet surprise, so I was all for that. So yeah, can't even complain there. Whoa, NZ making Gnawbie crash into the screen. NZ with 10 gifties, throwing down in a big way and landing on both the Blessing and the Immortal board. Thank you very much, NZ. What a legendary amount of love, dude. I appreciate that. If you guys got a gifted sub from NZ, make sure you say, hey, thanks, because that was really awesome of NZ to throw down and support the stream and the dream in a big way, helping us climb and maintain our goal of trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on Twitch for a massive opening. And NZ immediately becomes the #1 give sub giver of the week. Very hype. Thank you, NZ. Will that be the beginning of a hype train? Do we have a hype train in a Twitch chat? Chatthew. Chatamax. That's the name of that owl, Chatamax. My wife and I were at a toy store over the week when we were in Nashville, and there was the little Chatamax character from Bluey, the little owl thing, and I couldn't remember what its name was. So, are there any breaks during the Premier tournaments? I want to join in tomorrow, but I have a job that I have to do. That'd probably take 30, 40 minutes in the middle of the day. You know what? Honestly, what I would say that you could do, and probably better to talk to a judge, but one thing you probably could do is when you got to that, so there are no breaks. Let me answer it that way. There are no breaks. Obviously, if you have a round that goes quickly, you have until the round ends, right? So there is time that if you finish quickly, you either win 2-0 or lose 2-0. You'll get some time back in between there. What you could do though is like, let's say you get to like round 5 or 6. You got to do your thing. You sit down with your opponent, you play with them for a couple minutes, you forfeit the round to them, and then you go do the thing you got to do, and then you come back and you pick up where you left off for the next round. So you obviously will have to forfeit that round. Or you can play to try to get to a point where you 2-0 somebody or get 2-0'd, and then, okay, that happened really quickly, I have some time, I can go do the thing. But unfortunately, there's no, like, dedicated breaks. So. Thank you again, Enzy, for the very generous 10 gifties. Uh-oh, I gotta fight this Kreisbohr here. Oh, we good, actually. Eruption! Do I like the idea of gifts breaking chains? I think it's fun. I think it adds like another level of challenge to it. I think one of the keys is gonna be to balancing some of those things though, because I think there needs to be a nice risk and reward. But I actually quite like it because I think it makes the process more intense. It makes the decisions matter more. Like, can I get this really powerful thing that's gonna speed this along for me? But there's a risk associated with it that if I mess this up, I gotta start over. That's actually quite appealing to me. I think that's a great idea. It's pretty good content. It's definitely good content, yes. Ash Rabbit living on 1. Yeah, well, I've got like a 50% chance to lose half my health every, or 40% chance every time because I've got the boons, the gifts. So he's hanging in there. All right, our odds should be pretty good right now. Let's go see. Let's go see what they are. Chain of Stars, 1 in 1,261. All right, guys, we're making big moves now. Let me see some hype for that. 1261, we're cruising. The Stellar Gnawbie is coming. Let's go beat this guy up. It's a coming. Stellar Fails and Stellar of the Week coming in 2027. Gosh, I would love that, man. That would be so fun. I would love to do that. Eruption. Boom. Flammamoth got wrecked. Got taken out by the gift. Nice. I still feel the failed Flammamoth. Glad I reclaimed it. Oh, me too, man. That was rough. I was so devastated. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I was pretty crushed. I was pretty crushed when that happened. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's rough. That was pretty rough. Come here, Dougie. Give me the boom bat. Well, Corvidus, I don't know if we're gonna do that, to be honest, but I will say that pretty much every single Celestial in the game is going to already have a stellar card, like a trading card. So anyone who's interested in looking up what a stellar looks like is able to look into our trading card game and see. You know what I'm saying? I do think there's a chance that we have some never before seen Celestials that we include in the game, but aside from that, wouldn't be too many. There would only be a few of those if we do that. But everything else, you know, 95% plus you'll be able to look up. Oh, NZ, yeah. I mean, listen, happens to the best of us. So, you know, I've failed my you know, that Flammamoth, that was pretty intense. So, happens to the best of us. All right, I'm gonna go grab another link with Knobby. Oh, Corvidus, that would be very cool, man. That's probably going to be an achievement on Steam. A full stellar compendium. All right, let's see where we're at. 1 in 940, 38. Let's go, chat. We're getting so close. 1 in 900 and change. Getting so close to this stellar popping up here. Get out of here, Funguide. Go beat up a Gloombat. All right, I'm gonna take a quick little break just to get some water because I'm running low on water here. And then I'll be back to finish this stellar hunt because we're very close. What's the current base rate? About 1 in 4,000, but I'm definitely gonna make that harder. Yeah, we're gonna definitely make it harder. But my hope is to have a handful of different methods to get stellars that will give you different odds, you know? The lowest actually right now in the pre-alpha is 1 in 10, I'm pretty sure we put it to. Yeah, 1 in 10, which is crazy, but it like guarantees that you get it at the end. which is cool. But I think 1 in 100 probably be the lowest that we'll put it. I don't see us keeping it at 1 in 10. That feels a little low. The more methods, the better. That's what I'm saying. I'm with it. Oh, wow. I didn't know that could happen. So we actually lost all of our HP there, like 100% or 99%, whatever it was. Because 2 of my boons activated at the same time. Yeah, 1 in 250. I agree. I don't think it needs to be super duper crazy low. You know, I really don't think it. I think like 1 in 100, 1 in 200, 1 in 250, somewhere in there. That all feels like pretty appropriate in my opinion. I don't think it needs to be like the floor. Oh wow, I didn't even knock him out. He's so bulky. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna beat this guy up and then I'm gonna go, actually, I'm gonna go get my water right now. I'll be right back. All right, we back. When we'll be able to wishlist on Switch? So you don't actually wishlist on Switch, you would wishlist on Steam. But you'll be able to get it on Switch when it releases on Steam too. So wishlisting is a Steam feature. So if you have a Steam account, you should wishlist on Steam. Even if you're gonna get it on Switch. All right, what are we at? We can go get a chain. Take the long way. Music is so good, dude. So good. Appreciate everyone tuning in today, by the way. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Doing a little bit of Alestral's Awaken pre-alpha, close pre-alpha. Trying to get my boy Stellar Gnawbie, my absolute favorite. What's up, Sir Ralph? Thank you, man. 1 in 583. We are so close. Tots in the house. Thank you very much, Tots. 59 months of love getting on the blessing board for today. What do we got here? Ooh, I got another Bane Star. Star Speed. I mean, I could get rid of Guide Star for a Bane Star, which is kind of funny, but feels unnecessary. We're good now. We pretty much got ourselves to a point where we're very close to getting our Stellar. We're going to get our Stellar pretty soon. Necref's your starter. Nice choice. Nice choice for sure. Necref's a cool dude. Built-in shiny counter. Isn't it cool, Lewis? Yeah, so as you chain, it increases your odds, and it displays them directly on the UI. So you never have to guess about what your odds actually are. Like I said, if you guys are interested in the game I'm working on called Alestral's Awaken, which is what I'm streaming right now, you should wishlist on Steam. It's free to wishlist. It just helps out. So open up your Steam account, search Alestral's Awakened, and click wishlist. Like I said, I'm working to try to get 200,000 wishlists before we release the game, which is a crazy number, but we're making some big progress. We actually are on pace to do that, so we'll keep it rocking. I hope you guys are ready to see a Stellar, because we are getting so close to getting this Stellar Gnawbie, my boy. The boy. And don't forget, if you have a Prime sub, Twitch Prime sub, consider subscribing to the channel. A fire playthrough? Hey, I like it. I like the mono element runs. Big fan. You can use that Prime sub. Help us work towards our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on Twitch. Thank you, Tots, for throwing down. Took me out. He took me out. Boom. Let's go heal. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I think after this, I'm gonna get my empowerment up to 10 right now. Excuse me. I'm gonna get my empowerment up to 10. I haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. I'm gonna get my empowerment up to 10, and then I'm gonna go find a Knobby, and I might actually start resetting for the Stellar one at this point, because we're really close. Do they have EVs and IVs like in Pokemon? No. In fact, intentionally not doing that, Cheeto, because I think it's an outdated, overcomplicated system. What we are working towards is a system called Spirit Cores, which are a little bit like a hybrid of abilities and held items and natures kind of mixed together. And Alestrals will have various Spirit Cores that will kind of function as those abilities. And it's going to be really unique because you'll be able to change your Illustral's form with Nexus and ultimately get different cores on them. I think it's going to be really cool. So we got some super cool ideas that I think people will dig. But no IVs or EVs. I plan to have a much more simplified approach to stats. All right, we got our 10. Let's go see. We should be down to like 1 in 200 or something at this point for our odds. They should be pretty low now. I think Nexus will be the primary way to do it, Litton, but I do think that there's always an option for us to give stuff some coverage. All right, so I'm poking around because I feel like we got to keep our eyes peeled now where our odds are so good. We could get this Gnawbie Stellar at any moment now. We're down to 1 in 260. So that tells me we probably heal. Oh, get out of here. Well, all starters in the game, or will there be trading? You will. There's no trading, so you'll be able to get everything in the game. Yeah. So all the starters will be available in the wild. There'll be rare encounters though, so it's not like they're going to be super easy to find, but they will be in the wild. Yep. What about breeding? No plans for breeding at this point. No. Again, we have some core concepts that I think are similar to what you'd expect out of like a monster catching game, but we're also focusing on some slightly different approaches as opposed to just doing everything the same. It's also our first game, so we want to make sure that we can deliver a great story and a great adventure and focus on some of those things and prioritize some of those mechanics as opposed to some of the things like EVs, IVs, or breeding or things of that nature. It's always possible we look to explore adding those things in future titles, but if we go that route, but for this one we're focused in on what we're doing. Yeah, I mean, and there's definitely going to be a balancing act of that, and that's something that we're going to continue to tweak and work on, is that system. For sure. All right, let's beat up a couple things here. Let's max out our SP bar, or our EP bar, and then we should be pretty good to get this Knobby locked in, guys. We're very close. We are very close. Couple werepups. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited to kind of, you know, test it more and mess around with it a little bit more. We have enough to go check the Gnawbies and increase our chain by 1. Litton, that's funny. Funny way to look at it. All right, let's see. Gnawbies. Any of you sparkly yet? Doesn't look like any sparkly ones yet. Quite a few otherwise. Let's see here. This is going to put us at 43. It's going to weaken me. We're going to chain the stars. Oh my god, look at those odds. 1 in 33, chat. All right, so legitimately all I got to do is go heal. We should be able to get this thing pretty easily. Actually, if I just beat that Gloombat there, I will actually be max odds. So we are going to be at max odds here momentarily, at which point hopefully I will find my Stellar. But I have to be careful. I have to get my EP all the way up to 10 because if I do not, then I will fail this thing. And I do not want to fail the dude. Looks like he didn't pop up this time. Anyway, oh my, I almost ran into that Gnawbie. He was so sneaky, that one in the corner. I legitimately almost just failed this whole thing right at the end. That's crazy. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go heal, all right? We're gonna get our EP maxed out. And then we're gonna tweak our team just a little bit. Just to make sure that we can do all the things we gotta do. Let's get our EP maxed out. Alright, Flammamoth. Don't get knocked out here. So I can turn my Necruff into part lunar type. Only if it has a nexus to change into a lunar Lustral. Alright, 3 more EP. Then we're gonna go and hopefully get ourselves a stellar Knobby, baby. Nice. Alright, so the only thing I gotta do is see if there's anything that I can do on my team to ensure that I can maybe live a little bit more on the hit side of things, because he's very strong. So I think Chrysivore is probably a good one. And then I will keep the other guys, although I don't really need the Slug. I could probably add the Werepup. Are they all healed? They are. Okay, so we will lead with Werepup. And let us go look for our stellar Gnawbie. And we're gonna just try to bond with it right away. I'm just gonna go for it right out the gate and see if I can lock in. The problem is if we weaken it, although I guess we could just weaken it and just go for the bond that way. Like if I went for like a Shriek, I don't think Shriek is gonna knock him out. Let's see if we got the stellar. Is there a stellar Gnawbie here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, I could Shriek it and then go for it. There's no way a Shriek is gonna one-shot it. Five Gnawbies, 1 in 10 chance. 6 Gnawbies. A 1 in 10 chance at a stellar, and none of them are there. If you save and quit, do you keep your odds? So not everything not everything in the chain is saved to your save data, so I don't think so. Not at this stage. All right, that Funglow is gonna annoy me if I run over there. Oh, I can't see that as a terrible idea. I'm just gonna leave. He's gonna charge after me. He's gonna mess this up for me. All right, stellar coming in. Let's get it. Come on. No. No. No and no. It's always when you get it to the crazy odds that it doesn't show up right away, right? Oh, there it is! Stellar Gnawbie, baby, let's go! That's my boy! Come here! I even got the plushie! Yeah! We got him! Alright, let's get him. I think I can go and Shriek him. There's no way I'm gonna knock him out with a Shriek. I just don't believe it. Catabasis, Shriek, good damage. Now I will go for the bond. Here we go. Oh no! Uh-oh. This is when you get nervous. Yes! I clutched up. I thought I was gonna choke again. We got him. Chain complete. I did it with the Bane Stars. Gnawbie Stellar is mine. We did it. Where are you, buddy? Well, first of all, let's save. Nice. And then let's grab him. Come on out, buddy. Yeah! So Knobby has a funny situation in the pre-alpha where his sprite is flipped. So he goes backwards right now. But that's okay. That's okay. No, I kept everybody in this one, Furry, and I just doubled it. So you'll have basically double the chance instead. So there is our Stellar Knobby. Look at that. So he's a little backwards, but he's still awesome. We love him. We love him so much. We love him so much. Let's swap that around. Let's get him some action. He just covers his 6. That's right. Come here, little guy. Hit him with Celine's Comet. Go get him, Knobby. I just love him. I love this little guy. He's such a fun guy. He's such a fun guy. Uh-oh, he's gonna get knocked out. I don't think there's anything I can do about it either. Hit the Dream Lock, put him to sleep maybe. Hit him with a Slice. Slice and Dice. Slice and Dice again. He wakes up, goes for the shields up. Slice and Dice. Got him. Knobby is victorious. Nice, guys. Well, listen, you should totally make sure you guys wishlist us on Steam. I'm gonna heal, and me and Knobby are probably gonna call it there. I gotta pick some giveaway winners though, so let's do that. Let's go, guys. Thank you so much for being awesome today. I got the Stellar I wanted. Stellar Knobby. Huge W's all around. We're happy. I'm gonna go be productive and get some other work done now to run my business. But I am going to exit this. I'm gonna switch to my camera only. I'm gonna pick some winners here. This is your last chance to get on the blessing board for today. Your last chance to get on the blessing board for today. So if you want to get on the blessing board, become a subscriber or a member over on YouTube. No, there's no wish list on Nintendo. It's a Steam thing. So, all right, I'm gonna pick our winner here momentarily. So let me grab our randomizer. So let's do that. And what's the correlation between health and effectiveness for bonding? The lower the health, the higher, or the easier the bonding minigame is, I guess is the best way to put it. So there is a correlation. All right, let's see here. Oh, Ash coming through. Hold on, I gotta get Ash on there. Ash coming through with the 5. Thank you very much, Ash, for the 5 gifties. Let me add you to the Immortal board as well. So, on perfect timing, the winner today of our Knobby Champion of aDrive card is going to be Tic-Tac-Toad! Tic-Tac-Toad is your winner of a Knobby Champion of aDrive. Let's make sure I note that down. Tic-Tac-Toad, Knobby Champion of aDrive. And now we will pick our Immortal board, which Ash just added themselves to again. Thank you very much for that, Ash. Very wonderful of you. Let's get that moving here. And who is going to win the net of aDrive for today? Marvin! Marvin has won again! Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I'm going to go broke sending letters to the Netherlands, man. I might have to build up a tab with him or something. Marvin wins again on the Immortal board. Let me remove Marvin's name now, so he is no longer on there. To be fair, he is on there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was on there 6 times. So, you know, eventually you gotta believe in the odds when you're on there 6 times, you know? So it's hard to get too mad about it, because he was on there 6 times. So, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So congratulations to Marvin once again. And we got a hype train. Wait a minute. We can't end the stream on a hype train. Well, I guess anyone who subscribes or gives subs during the hype train right now will get added to the next blessing board we do on the next stream. How's that sound? Thank you very much for the hype train. Level 1 hype train. Throwing down. So I'm saying you'll get your net soon. I mean, I like your odds. I like your odds. They just get better and better every time. They do. They secretly get better and better. It's a secret, though. All right, let me just update my doc here. Oh, there's another Marvin. I got to delete that Marvin, too. Man, he really snuck on here. He was on actually one more time than I counted, I think. Okay, I think we can probably wrap up, though. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. And I will hopefully see you guys at some point in that weekend. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Appreciate you guys. Bye!